What is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day today. In this video we are going to take a look at the UEFA Primetime event that just got dropped in the 𝗧𝗶𝗸 in this Thursday update, and we are going to take a look at this side event, and I am going to tell you what is going on, what you should be aiming for, and how this is going to affect your team or squad building progress. And we will talk about each and everything that is going on in this event, and I will give you my tips as well as some suggestions as to what you should be expecting or what you should be doing with this event. So first off, if we take a look at what is going on, this is basically a live OVR event. I have already selected these players, and you can also select yours when you want to. And you basically have 11 days to choose these players because we are in the international break, and after the international break we are going to have these matches, and these players are going to be in action in the UEFA Champions League. So we have these two chapters. First is Inside Primetime and the second one is Evolution Gallery. And if we talk about Inside Primetime, and this chapter basically gives you some rewards based on some live performances that goes inside the Champions League. So first of all, we've got this match day 5 choice, and you have to select each player for each position. For example, for forward you have to select a player, for midfielder and defender as well, and based on the performance of these players you are going to get some points, and based on those points you are going to receive these rewards. It is not mentioned how many points you need to receive this reward or that reward, but I think that will be revealed soon as well. But before selecting any player, I think it is really important to take a look at the rules so that you know which player you should be going for. So we're gonna read them one by one, and I will tell you why this rule matters and which players are going to be the most suitable based on these rules. So first rule is for starting the game you get 3 points. So based on that rule you have to select a player that is a sure starter, and that is going to start that match day 5. And it's a good thing that we've got 11 days before we can lock in our choices, because in these 11 days players probably are going to get some injuries, or there might come some problems due to which that specific player might not be able to start a game. And you also have to take a look at the regularity, because there are some players which don't always start a game. So you saw that I selected Kylian Mbappe as my forward because I know for a fact that Kylian Mbappe is always going to start a Champions League game unless he gets injured, which hasn't happened yet. So I think it's not bad that you choose Kylian Mbappe. Next up is for playing 60 minutes or more. You also have to select those players which play at least 60 minutes, and that is kind of normal, and those players who always start usually play more than 60 minutes. So I think if you've chosen the right player you don't have to worry about that. You are going to get the 3 points from here. Next up is for each yellow card, for each red card, for every 5 fouls, for each penalty won, for each penalty conceded. So these are the kind of things that also make a difference, because for each yellow card you are going to get -2 points, for each red card you are going to get -6 points, and you have to select those players who have a good history of game discipline. Some players have the habit to receive a yellow card every single game. They are just too aggressive, and they tend to receive lots of yellow cards, and they also commit lots of fouls. You can see that for every 5 fouls you are going to get -2 points. So for somebody like Kylian Mbappe, I know that he is not an aggressive player, he doesn't commit many fouls, so I think that is going to be a good thing. But your defenders and your midfielders are probably going to be involved in lots of fouls, so you have to be careful about that. You have to select those players which you are sure are not going to commit too many fouls. And then we've got for each penalty won you are going to get 3 points. For example, if Kylian Mbappe gets a penalty, he wins a penalty, he is going to get 3 points. For each penalty conceded, if you select a defender which concedes a penalty, you are going to get -3 points. For each own goal you are going to get -4 points. That mostly happens with defenders, so make sure you are not choosing a clunky defender. Next is for each goal by an attacker you get 8 points. So if Mbappe scores a goal, you get 8 points. For each goal by a midfielder, if you choose 𝗧𝗶𝗸, you are going to get 10 points if he scores a goal, and that goes on for defender and goalkeeper. Goalkeeper doesn't score goals, but it can happen. It's very rare, but it still can happen. So next up is for each assist by an attacker. That is normal, it can happen. For each assist by a midfielder, if you want to get points from that, I think you have to select players which play in the advanced positions, and they are really good assist providers. Players like Pedri, I think Pedri is not in the gallery, but I'm just giving you an example. Players that are creative in the midfield and though they provide lots of assists, I think this is going to be a really good thing. For each assist by a defender, that can be a good thing as well. For each assist by a defender, now that doesn't mean that it has to be a center back. Left backs and right backs can provide assists too. They overlap a lot and they can also provide an assist, so this is going to be a good thing. For each assist by a goalkeeper, this is rare, but it can still happen by a long throw or a long kick. And next up is for every 3 tackles by an attacker, every 3 tackles by a midfielder. Attackers don't make tackles. There are some with good defensive work rates who can provide some defensive cover, but mostly the tackles are going to be provided by your defenders. For every 3 interceptions by attacker, now this is going to go on for each position again. For a clean sheet by an attacker, for a clean sheet by a midfielder, I don't know how attacker keeps a clean sheet, because clean sheets are basically the achievements of defenders and goalkeepers, so I'm not sure. Maybe for example, if Real Madrid keeps a clean sheet, that is going to be counted as a clean sheet for Kylian Mbappe as well. I think this is what it means. So I think this is also going to be a good thing if Real Madrid keeps a clean sheet, and that is going to give you 2 points again. Next is for every 2 goals conceded by a midfielder. Now I'm not sure why they put it there. Like for clean sheet it makes sense, but how does it make sense that for every 2 goals conceded by midfielder? Does that mean if a midfielder makes a mistake which leads to a goal, so why there are 2 goals? This is kind of confusing, but I think this could mean that the team which has that defender concedes 2 goals, you're going to get -3 points, but it could be harsh. I don't know what it exactly means. They also haven't clearly mentioned it, but it could be what I am interpreting. Next is for every 3 duels won by an attacker, for every 3 duels won by a midfielder, defender. Then we have aerial duels. Then we got key passes, 20 successful passes by an attacker. It can happen. Attackers get involved with the attack. But if you are playing against a team that is not letting your attackers breathe and you are not having much success in the midfield, your attackers can fail to complete 20 passes. It can happen. It has happened before in the past too. So I think you have to be careful about that as well. But I'm just saying careful. It doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. I'm just trying to explain this. And lastly, we've got for every 3 on-target shots by an attacker. It is normal. Mbappe takes lots of shots, and I think so does every other attacker. For every 3 saves by a goalkeeper, this can happen too. For each penalty saved by a goalkeeper, you get 7 points. So these were all the rules based on which you get the points. So now you have to select your forward and your midfielder and your defender. You can go with anyone there. I'm selecting Kylian Mbappe because Mbappe is in a really good form, and I'm pretty confident that he is going to get me more points compared to any of the attackers. But if you follow a specific team and you are confident about a player, if you watch Manchester City and you know that Doku is going to be starting a game, he's going to be providing really good performance, completing lots of passes, scoring goals, then you can select Doku. And the same goes for all of these players as well. But make sure you take a look at the match day as well. Like in the match day 4, Real Madrid faced Liverpool, and I knew that we are going to struggle against Liverpool, and we did lose that match. And Kylian Mbappe, regardless of his hot form, wasn't able to do anything in that match. So you have to make sure what team your selective player is going up against in that specific match. So I think that is going to help you make a choice. Same goes for midfielder. All of those rules are going to be applied there as well, and I think the most important thing is that you have to make sure you select a starter. I know that Scott McTominay is always going to start for Napoli. That is why I have selected him, and same goes for the defenders. Even though it may seem like you should go with Marquinhos, but Marquinhos is not in a good form and he often gets benched as well. He receives lots of yellow cards too, so that is why I haven't selected Marquinhos. Konate is also a starter. He always starts for Liverpool, but he is also a player that receives lots of yellow cards and he commits lots of fouls as well. Upamecano, on the other hand, who plays for Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich is in a really good form and it is also really hard to play against them, so there are lesser chances for Upamecano to get yellow cards or red cards, or maybe even commit too many unnecessary fouls, because they always play stably and they always dominate. So when a team is dominating, the defenders don't have to do much. So that is going to be a good thing for your defenders' points. Then you have these match days and you are going to get a new match. I think this one is going to expire and we are going to get new matches based on the fixtures, and for each match win you are going to get these rewards. If you win 4 matches you are going to get 10 Uefa Primetime tokens, and this is also very important. Your players in the galleries are not going to be obtainable through shard system. You have the new token system here, and there is no update. These are going to be the players that you are going to be able to claim. And you must be like, wow, only for 200 tokens I'm getting 113 OVR Marquinhos. Well, getting those 200 tokens is not exactly that easy, because you can't exchange players to get those tokens. There is no gallery exchange system here. But there is a good news as well. You can upgrade your cards based on their real life performances. We have this new evolution system, and this if you tap here you are going to be able to read some rules about that, and you can also see the graph as well as something written down there. First time player evolution means he gets +1 OVR upgrade. So these are not fixed 113 OVR cards. Since we are going to get 115 OVR cap upgrade, these cards are also going to get that upgrade. So if you get an evolution first time, you're gonna get +1 OVR upgrade. In the second time player evolution, you're gonna get a traits upgrade, and in the third time player evolution, you're gonna get another +1 OVR upgrade. And the fourth time you apply the player evolution, you're gonna get a skill move or stamina upgrade. I'm not sure if this is going to be a choice or it is going to be random, but we will see that as well. And this whole process is repeatable. So once you apply 4 evolutions, you can apply more evolutions as well. So how does evolutions work? Well, each player from matchday winning team will receive an additional evolution. So for example, if we have Kylian Mbappe here, if Real Madrid wins, he's going to get a +1 OVR upgrade. That is what it seems according to what is written. And next up is player ranked top 10 of OPTA scores. Every match day will receive an additional evolution. If you go to the OPTA scores website and you take a look at their top 10 players, you can check the top 10 players on that website for each match day, and if a player is in that top 10 list, he is going to get an evolution. So far they've only mentioned about 2 evolutions, and we're not sure how we are going to get further evolutions. I think it will be revealed soon. I will update you guys about that. But this was basically it about this whole event. I think for live OVR players, you don't have to worry about anything. You just have to patiently wait and see which players get the upgrades, and I think you can claim them at any point. But I think this is very important. Should you be spending your gems for these packs? I think absolutely not. These don't have the updated odds like we do for the Footyverse event, where we get a 108-113 OVR player, which has better odds of claiming high OVR players. And the most important thing is that it doesn't even matter if you get even 109 or 108 OVR player. if you want to gamble with this, I would still not recommend you guys, because yes, these players seem good, but they are not as good as you might be thinking. Yeah, they look really good, but I don't think it is worth taking the risk of spending so many gems here, especially with the next event. We are going to get 115 OVR cap, so I think you should be saving your gems and not spending them here, because even if you pack players here, you are not going to be able to exchange them for shards or the tokens which are going to be required to take any of these players in the gallery. So this was basically everything you had to know about this side event. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and learned something new. If you did, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will be back with another good video for you guys. Until then, take care.